from Nashville Christian. This is Mike McPherson in beautiful Bellevue, Tennessee, as we're bringing you the broadcast of the Nashville Christian girls hosting the Clarksville Academy Wildcats. And both teams have just finished their warm-ups, and we'll be having our prayer by Coach Ron McClary, who will be my spotter tonight, and then our nation's anthem. So we'll pause as we prepare for that. And now the introduction for our visitors from Clarksville Academy. Number 3, Shanae Johnson. She is a junior. Ataya Moss, number 10, at guard. Also, she's a senior. And tall girl, Satara Warren, number 12, and she is a 6'2 senior. Savannah Prather, number 14, and she is a 6-foot senior. They're big. Nevaeh Brooks, number 24, and she is a 5'2 sophomore. And now for Nashville Christian Lady Eagles. Number 4, Ava the Panda Bear Pomeroy. Charlie Harper, number 5, senior. And our post, number 15, Anna Pierce, a junior. Number 21, Whitley Barbecue Miller, and Grayson 007 Bonds. So we've got 4 guards, juniors, and then coach our post transfer that we recruited out of FRA.
That's right. she just happens to know a couple of coaches here.
Exactly. That helps when your dad came over to help coach here. So, Coach, we come in with a 6-0 district record, 19-1 overall. And Clarksville Academy, a good team, they are 3-1 in the district. So this is a big first-place battle tonight.
Yeah, and, the one loss being Ezel, who's also – right at the top of the
league.
The
Ezel Harding girls are good.
They are good, and I think Clarksville is good, and we are good. So,
yeah,
there's parity in the league, which is, it's nice to see.
Really is.
In the district, so ought to be a great night.
All right, Pierce. And she's going to jump. And the ball is controlled by number 10, Moss. Inside of number 14, the big girl, Prather. Now back out top. They whip it around the wing. And they're looking inside as Satara Warren, big girl in there. And, Coach, she's at 6'2" in there.
Yeah. That's a lot of length.
Being guarded by Anna Pierce. Anna Pierce, outstanding post girl, and they will hit and be popping each other inside all night long. Little 3-out, 2 in action, and we get a 3-second call on Satara Warren, and it'll go to the Eagles after the first possession. So we open with a turnover. And so Clarksville Academy will fall back into man-to-man. Nashville Christian in the front court. They're going to throw it out top to Pierce as we whip it back around. Pierce came off a back diagonal screen, but nothing was there. And Miller, driving into the lane, is fouled. Was kind of throwing the ball up there. They kind of bailed her out, I believe. So senior Whitley the Barbecue Miller at the line for 2. A money free throw shooter, guns it. And I like how she doesn't hesitate. There's no routine. She doesn't point at the Lord and cross herself and check the wind. She just cocks it, locks it, and it's gone, and good. She made 2. 2-0, Nashville Christian. 7:17 to go as we've just started action here on a nice, warm Tuesday in Bellevue in January. Gunning the long 3. That shot is no good. Yep. Over the back is going to be Warren as 2 possessions, and Neal for the Wildcats from Clarksville Academy. Great block out there by Pierce.
And, she blocked out and then fought for the rebound, and you're going to get a call.
And they've got to get her right out immediately. She got a 3-second call and then went over the back. So Coach Charles Clark, great guy, great coach, and a great person. Head coach gets her right out of the game. 7 minutes. We're looking on the back door. They read it nicely that time. We usually burn people. Here comes Clarksville Academy. Moss in the front court, sets the court. Cutting across is Prather, the other post girl. She's going to take it up left-handed. No good. Pierce with a nice defense and a nice board. Clears to O'Charlie. Ahead to Panda Bear. It's knocked out of bounds on a nice play by Shania Johnson. And we will set the court, leading 2-0, 6:42 to go in the opening canto. I'm not sure what a canto is, but John Ward used to say it, Coach.
So, and then it's gospel, right?
Pierce outside to 007. Hands to Panda Bear. Panda Bear to set the court. Looks for Miller. She comes between the circles. Pierce comes to the left elbow. And we drive right down the lane. They give it to us. And she also gets bailed out on a foul as Clarksville Academy's McKenna Phillips puts up the hand and hacks the wrist. And Miller's going to go back. With 6:25 to go, we lead off 2 free throws. She gets the third one. Yes, nets it. 3-0. 3 for 3. As we mentioned, she is money at that line. Nice little crowd here on a Tuesday night. Clarksville Academy's bought a good group, and she rims that one in good. 4-0, 6:25 first quarter. In the front court, Clarksville Academy. Nevaeh Brooks with the ball. She's going to get it over to Prather. Prather back outside to Moss. Moss driving. Ball knocked away. Retrieves it. Now Brooks with it again. Not a lot of movement yet by Academy. Their big girl comes out, and 2 girls dive down, and then they cut across. Nothing there. We pick up the defense pretty good. And now we're gunning a long collegiate 3. Banks off the glass as Moss banked that one in, Coach. 4-3. And we throw and force it in front court. Here comes Clarksville Academy. Nice crossover move by Johnson. Ball deflected out, picked back up. Clarksville Academy, top of the key, inside. Lays it back up. Good. Johnson, after the steal, got it right back. And she's given her team a 5-4 lead. We come into front court. Ball scrambling on the floor as we kind of lost control. Bonds comes out of there, left-handed over to guess who? Number 5, Harper, no good. She's usually money there. Clarksville Academy speeding into front court, gunning quickly, no good, as shooting quickly. And you can tell, Coach, even though Phillips missed it, boy, she looked to gun immediately.
She did. I don't know how many three-point shots we've seen already.
Yeah. Aniston, all good, the 8th grader who had 41 with our JV team the other night against Mount Juliet's. starters.
She's got a little length to her, and she's a very good basketball player.
Downtown, no good as we shoot the long three as Miller misses, and here comes Clarksville Academy in the front court. Boy, another nice move by Johnson. She blew right by the defense, and we held her back at the free throw line. Boy, she's got some cat-like quickness.
Yeah, that's smooth.
4:49 to go. Nashville Christian down 5-4. They stack it. They pop out Johnson. They want to get the ball to her. She's a player, Coach.
Yeah,
down the lane
is.
again. 7-4. 4:40 to go. To Pierce. Pierce squares up. And I think Coach would like her to take it there, and she ended up walking as Prather posted nicely. I think Coach Patton would have preferred her to make a move and do something.
Yeah, she had a little bit of space to work, and I think she can put the ball on the floor and make a move.
Right, yeah, that's what I was hoping she could do. Got Reese Duggars into the game along with J.B. Sizemore. Ball lobbed in. J.B. helps, so they kick it out. And looking to drive again or shoot again was Phillips, and she walked. So they've had about 3 turnovers. Nashville Christian's had a couple, and here comes 007 in the front court. And we've got Reese Duggar posting in low. J.B. Sizemore in the left corner. And here goes 007 all the way in, but before she could get off the floor, there's a push or a hold on the defense. And that's already the 4th foul on Clarksville Academy. They do have a good bench, as we do. We pop out Bonds. We didn't hit her, but we waited for Aniston, who puts it up nicely off the lane.
Wow.
And it went in and out. I also thought she got hacked on the wrist.
Might have been a little contact there.
Faking the ball, driving it in. Brooks laying up nicely as Clarksville Academy has used the ball or used good touch with the ball inside on their drives.
Yes.
They don't brick them at all. They have laid them up nicely and have pushed to a 5-point lead on the undefeated district leaders, Nashville Christian. We are struggling on defense. J.B. Sizemore, the junkyard dog, and we got a timeout as Coach Dustin Patton not liking what he sees. Clarksville Academy off to a quick start, Coach.
Yeah, we look just a little bit out of sorts, but I think you've got a different mix of players on the floor right now, so they're trying to get in sync. But we have, I think we have capable players on the bench as well, so it'll be interesting to see the adjustments. We got to cut the penetrations down into the lane defensively. That's where their points are coming from.
Coach Patton sometimes comes out with a 2-3 trap after a timeout. We'll see what he does when we come back on defense. But Clarksville Academy, good team. Nashville Christian, good team. Ezel Harding. This is going to be a district dogfight.
Yes.
007 to bring the ball in. The 8th grader, Allgood, comes out in the backcourt to pick up the ball. And she wants to hand back to 007 just across the timeline. A lot of hands there, no call. And here she goes again. Bounces all the way in the corner. I thought she should have taken it up for a running layup.
Yeah.
9-4, another turnover, 3:37 to go. So we can't let this game get away from us. This Clarksville Academy bunch, they came to Nashville to play.
Yes, absolutely.
Moss looking, lobbing inside. We had good help. She powers up. No good. Gets it back and lays it up. Gets hacked inside as number 14, Savannah Prather, and she is also 6 foot. Their front line at starting is Warren at 6'2", who got an early foul, and they took her out. And, Coach, she's still not back in yet.
Right.
Prather, yes, nice-looking free throw, makes it 10-4. So we got substitutions coming back in as Moss for Clarksville Academy. We return Miller, Pomeroy, and Pierce. Second shot, eyes it, guns it off the back rim. She's going to get another one. We got in there too early. Those are tough giveaways right there. Those are aggravating for the head coach. That's what pushes you into the press box from the coaching. So 11-4. I don't have to worry about that when I go home. 3:25, first quarter. Eagles got an early 4 points on free throws from Whitley, and we haven't done much since. We've done nothing since. In the corner to Miller, and they're covering us up for the three-pointer. Into Pierce, and she pivots away, kicks it out. We're struggling with it, but Miller finally wide open and rimmed out. It was a good look. Wasn't there. Here comes Clarksville Academy. That's Johnson. Takes it all the way, does Magic Johnson-like. Finally missed one and then hacks Miller trying to get the rebound. Boy, that was a great crossover.
It was.
And that's been money for her, kind of like Donovan Smith driving down the lane.
Yeah, she switched to the left and almost finished.
So Pierce cashes it out top. Looks, waits. We get a double down for Whitley Miller. They pick it up. Back to Pierce. She takes it down, lays it on the lane, lays up there, and it's blocked nicely by Warren, who has checked back in at 6'3". So we've got Pierce in there at about 6 foot. She pops out. Hands to 007, drives down the lane, looks for the back door. No, it's a flare screen to Miller. They pick it up pretty good. Pierce looking, kicks it all in the left corner. Panda Bear drives. They cut her off nicely. She's in trouble, and they're going to get a – was it a 3 seconds, Coach?
I don't know what that call was.
I just saw him point at the baseline with no call.
He can't make an out-of-bounds call there, can he?
I don't know. I don't know. 2:31 and ticking. Now 2:25, 11-4, as Clarksville Academy has dominated this first quarter. Ball screen. We pick it up. Pomeroy ended up having to guard big Sotero Warren, and they just didn't see her.
Yeah.
Gunning downtown. This three's no good. Pierce, nice block out.
Yes.
Warren almost got her second. Here comes Charlie Harper. Backs out of there. Tries to set the court. Pierce inside. We got 4 out, 1 in. 1:56 to go. Bounce to Pierce at the right elbow. Turns, pivots. They back way off. She guns 17-footer. No good. Didn't look good. The shot looked good, but the ball traveling toward the iron didn't.
But I think, even with that miss, it's going to draw some defense, and
Hope so.
open their game a little bit.
If she could knock down one of those,
yes.
Maybe we can bring Sotera out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She is 6'3". And a very coordinated athlete at 6'3". She sets a ball screen, then floats inside. She wants it. Showing her tattoo there. Nothing there, and they whip it around and gunning downtown again, bouncing the ball off the wire. That's just an unfortunate hanging of our wire. A lot of gyms have that.
Yep.
We need to switch that where it doesn't hang like that second half so it doesn't affect our shot.
I'll talk to my people, Coach.
Okay. Nashville Christian in the front court, 11-4. We throw it away on the sideline, but Bonds gets it back. Pomeroy with a nice ballerina tightrope act there. Gets it. Here comes Bonds. Takes it in. She is rejected.
Wow.
I thought she was
a little bit of body
hammered.
there.
I thought it was a clean block, but a push after.
Yeah.
11-4. Cross screen. Boy, that Johnson is really holding Bonds and getting away with it.
I'm interested to see how long that goes.
Pierce, as we deflect the ball away. Charlie trying to drive, and here comes Johnson to see what she does. Pomeroy comes from behind and deflected away. So we're inside a minute first quarter, and we have no field goals, 4 free throws from Miller.
Yeah, and the last shot attempt that I can recall was Anna's, 12-footer.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of good looks.
No.
Ball whipped around. They're trying to go inside to her. Nice pickup. We had good defense there. Charlie past the timeline. Takes the ball to the right wing. Backs out of there. Looks for Miller. Miller left side to Bonds. Bonds back to Miller. We need a little bit more movement. Got 4 out, but we may go for 1. 36 seconds. Boy, there's a lot of hands there. And Charlie finally gets a call.
Yes.
Charlie, what I appreciate, she swept her. I had trouble getting my boys to do that. I said, sweep them, swim them out of there. And she did that and then got it on the second touch.
That's right, because it draws attention.
Exactly. So 32 seconds to go. 11-4. Here's Pomeroy in the front court. 11-4. Let's see if we go for 1. No, she's not going to. Takes all the way in, and it is deflected. And it looks like Brooks got away with another one there. Clarksville Academy, let's see if they wait for 1 shot. 17 seconds to go. They take it to the baseline and back it back out. Coach Clark calling for a play. He wants them to wait and hold it. We're down to 10, 9. With the ball is Brooks. Gets a high post screen. They do a little weave there. They didn't see her. 3 seconds. People on the floor. There'll be a tie-up with should have been 1.2. It ticked on down to 0.9 because our clock is hard to click off. We should have over a second here, and it's just it's hard to turn that thing off. It's not a remote. You have to push the board itself. Right. Let's see what she does. She gives O'Charlie, who will launch the 60-footer, will be short. And the clock should have run out and did. So, with the timeout of the first quarter ending, Nashville Christian down 11-4, and we'll be back and hopefully with a better second quarter in a moment. All right, we're ready to resume play. Coach McClary, give us a quick rundown of stats. It won't take long for our team.
That's right. Well, for Clarksville Academy, leading scorer is Johnson with 4 points, and Moss has 3, and then Prather and Brooks both have 2, and Whitley Miller has all 4 of our points on free throws. So hopefully we can see some more scoring coming out of that.
Yeah, and that's all we got, 11-4. So this is our worst output of the year.
Yeah.
Clarksville Academy has got quickness like Ezel Harding does.
They do.
And we that was a great game when they were over here.
It was.
And the additional thing that Clarksville Academy has is a girl out there that's 6'3".
Yes.
So here comes the Academy with the ball. And again, they sit kind of a double horns out front. They roll their big girl inside. Penetrating dribble shot, no good. Long rebound is going to be picked up by their other big girl, Prather. And we're going to get a reaching foul as Prather with good hustle picks the ball up. Prather also, as we mentioned, 6 foot. So their front line is 6'3", 6 foot. Anna's about 5'11" to 6 foot, depending on whether she's holding her head up and standing on her toes. 11-4, 7:40 to go. Prather comes out top, looks inside at her counterpart, Warren. Warren swings the ball around here to Brooks. Brooks looking as they now in a 4-out, 1-in with Warren posting. The big girl, 14, Prather. We sag off her. She doesn't seem to be a threat outside. Clarksville Academy a little bit disjointed here. Now Prather, 6-footer, comes out there and they set. They're now in a flex right now. I don't know if I'd run flex with number big 12 in there, but that's what they're doing. They hope they'll get her another way inside and gunning. Scoring is Moss from downtown. It's 14-4. Quickly in front court to Pierce. Takes it up. Good. Finally a basket as she hooks it nicely, Magic Johnson-like, over the big girl. And we cut it to 14-6. 6:48 to go. Second quarter. Action picking up here. The flex offense. Inside they got a girl loose and we hammer her as Woolard got hit inside. And they'll go baseline out of bounds. That's our fourth team foul. Clarksville Academy has 6. 6:42 to go. The Academy leads 14-6. And they lob the ball out top. Another ball screen. She doesn't roll this time very hard. Prather lays it down, backs out of there as Miller really outsized, but a good job there. We switched that time. And this time we're closing out better on their guards, but she's going to pop back and gun it anyway. No good. Great rebound. Block out by 007 down the court, 14-6. Gives it over to O'Charlie. She's only had one good look tonight. She sets the court, brings it to the right, being closely guarded. She finally breaks the 5 count. 14-6. Pierce floating over to the left side. We're going to have to probably get her back inside and see if we can post her up. She catches it right side, 3-point lane, hands to Pomeroy, and a holding foul, fortunately, called on Brooks. And that was an outstanding call by the official because I've seen that called the other way many times.
As you know, the moving screen. But
yes, that's what I thought we had.
She had a hold.
We've only made one basket. We've made 4 at the line, and now Panda Bear will try to add, but doesn't. Chrome's off the back rim, remains 14-6. Clarksville Academy in the front court, gunning quickly on the baseline and airing it.
How is that?
Thought they had a girl over the back, taking it inside. Prather, no good on the left-hand left. Boy, she battles for the board, gets a long one. She really goes after the boards nicely. And they force it inside, deflected away by Panda Bear. DeBond's back to Panda Bear. Here she comes roaring past the timeline. Takes it all the way in, scoop shot, lays it up, no good, but she's fouled on the baseline at 5:34 to go, and we'll go back to the line. We're 4 or 5 at the line. Panda Bear will try to increase that. Coach?
Yep, and that's Warren's second for the half. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with her.
Panda Bear nets this one, 14-7. And Coach Clark wants a timeout with Wildcats. We'll take a short timeout also with the score, as it's actually, let's just stay right here. It's a 30-second timeout, and those go by quickly. So if you just joined us, we jumped out to a 4-0 lead on 4 free throws and only have had 1 basket since, 14-7. And Clarksville Academy took control of the game, but since then it's kind of been an even struggle back and forth.
Yeah, and we still haven't found our
we haven't.
offensive sync yet, and so it's going to be interesting to see. I think they're really good defenders on the perimeter, so
right.
They close out quickly, and then their man-to-man's pretty sticky. So it'll be interesting to see the chess game that unfolds.
We have 34 viewers, and hope you're picking it up. If you can, comment to Mr. Andrew. Let us know if the broadcast is coming through clear, if we need to turn it up or turn it down. He does a great job with that, but we can't hear it ourselves, although I think my voice sounds wonderful right now.
I love my voice.
So 5:28 to go. Got a ball screen out here. It's Clarksville Academy. Pops Prather out. Boy, she is going to gun the 3. No good. She wasn't afraid to. Great
rebound.
Great block out by 007, hands to Charlie. Down 7. Let's see if we can cut into it. 007. Hands back to Charlie, who will set the court. Pierce down low. We run 4 along the baseline. Hand off to Panda Bear. Turns, wheels, deals. She's in trouble. Gets Pierce, who comes out to relieve pressure. Dangerous pass caught by O'Charlie, who between the circles, 14-7, under 5 to go, second quarter. She gets a ball screen. Pierce needs to roll in there hard. We don't give it to her at a good angle. Now she lays it down. You got to have her trying to take it to the goal, I believe, Coach.
That's a good
Panda Bear wheels in, hooks it up there.
Wow.
Not quite the hook she wanted. 14-7. And here she comes again. Gunning, pulling up Johnson. She missed this time. Pierce goes up high for the board. Both teams a little cold now. And O'Charlie comes down to set the court. 4:25 to go. Second quarter, 14-7, Clarksville Academy Wildcats. Long drive from Clarksville. Takes about 2 days to get up there, Coach.
Yeah, it's a portage.
It is. We're looking for the back door. They play it. Coach Clark has scouted that out. Nearing the 4-minute mark of the second quarter, we trail by 7 in a low-scoring defensive battle here on the campus of Nashville Christian. Inside Pierce, that's what we want. Powered up, take it up, powers it, and gets the foul. The Clarksville Academy fans irate. Coach Clark clapping for her girl, thinking he got a clean block, and he may have.
Yeah, when the arms come forward, it's hard to not get a call.
Right.
Even if they come into you, if you're straight up and down, you're usually not going to get there.
Anna Pierce rims that one out.
We've got to hit our free throws.
Anna Pierce, who came up from FRA with her dad, who is coaching the boys. We feel like the girls got the better end of that deal. We've told Coach Pierce that many times.
Anna's a good basketball player. She also is very sweet.
This is a great group of kids out here. 14-8. We've missed half of our last 4 free throws, but it is a 6-point game. Ball screen here for Moss. Moss takes it in, backs out. She's got a great bounce-off dribble. Doesn't pick the ball up when she drives in. She pulls it back out. Here's Johnson. Nothing there. 0-0 Woolard gets the ball over here on the side to Moss, and we've got a foul away from the ball on their other big girl.
That's
on Prather, and what's she got?
I think that may be her third.
Oh, my goodness. They got to get her out. And
It says her second.
Okay, I'm not sure why Warren has not gone back in yet. Warren just still has one, doesn't she?
No,
Has she got two?
Warren has two.
Well, they can ill afford to have those two in foul trouble because this game will swing quickly to the navy blue and Auburn orange, I believe.
That's right.
I know as Tennessee fans, it's hard for us to say Auburn orange.
That's Sienna.
And it looks like they are in a matchup zone, I believe. They're extending it kind of an amoeba-like, as we used to call it back in the 90s. 14-8, 3:16 to go. And we set a double flat screen out top. Then those girls break away. We get Charlie in the corner. She bombs the three. Good. 14-11. We cut it to 3 with 2:58.
It's a big basket.
They come back and air one as Moss, the air conditioner came on just as she shot and blew it to the side. Clarksville Academy checking back in number 11, Phillips, who has not scored, but she will gun. She shot one, I believe, but she doesn't hesitate to put it up. So they've got a confident group of kids. 14-11, three-point game. They're still in an amoeba matchup. Let's see what coach does against that. And we cut through a high post. 007 had it first. She looked to gun a three. Panda Bear wanted. They're closing out nicely on us. We've hit 1-3.
There's one more pass. If we get it in the corner fast enough, they'll find the shot. Charlie's sitting in the.
Yeah, they're closing out nicely,
Yeah,
and they're long, Coach. It's tough to get, and they're trapping in the corner. 14-11, 2:20 to go. Really good amoeba work right now by this Clarksville Academy team defensively. 14-11. Both teams have played good defense.
Good.
But they let her go that time.
Good.
They broke down, and she found a seam to cut it to 1. And Clarksville Academy just went to sleep for a second. That's really their first defensive breakdown totally, giving us an easy layup. Prather comes out top. Not sure why she's not posting up. Taking the ball in, scooping the ball up, no good, and fouling after missing is Johnson, and made a good move. This time she missed it. She's missed her last couple. She's got to come out. So we are benefiting right now from the fouls. We've committed 4, and now we're in the double bonus as we walk 65 feet unguarded. And that's the tough thing about don't foul in backcourt. 14-13. Panda Bear, yes.
It is a reaction for a missed shot you see so many times.
Yes. Frustration foul. 14-14, 1:47. We have knotted it back up. After leading by 4 at the beginning, we have regained our lead. Or we've tied it up, and, we've thrown that one off the back.
The rebound.
But Bonds with the big board. Back out to Pomeroy. Off. Battle for the board. Clarksville Academy coming out of there with it in a tie game. Late here in the second quarter. Prather lays it down. Good defense by Pierce. Gunning the long ones. The new girl in, no good. That was number 21, Helms, and she missed. 007 in the front court at 1:25 to go. Charlie's got it downtown, rims out. Again, a good look. That would have brought them to their feet. Still tied at 14 as we struggle back and forth. 1:14 to go in a classic defensive struggle at Nashville Christian in a first-place battle game here with the undefeated Nashville Christian Eagles. Clarksville Academy with 1 loss. Gunning a three, no good. This one will go out of bounds over here but in front of us as we have 1 minute left in the first half.
Found a little bit of offense.
14-14. Charlie gets the call from Coach Dustin Patton as both coaches really working their rear ends off on calling and coaching this game. 52 seconds left. A lot of hands there on a handoff. We bounce right side to Bonds. Looks for Pierce. There she is. She sealed her guy, but the pass was bad as we whip it back around as Pierce gets it out of trouble. Charlie wants to drive. They pick her up pretty good. They've got their one of their best defenders on her in Moss. Now Miller between the circles. Will we go for one? Down to 30 seconds. No, Miller takes it in, bangs again. She's in trouble, throws it up off the baseline. Yes, it rimmed and then dropped. 21 seconds. We lead by 2 as we approach the end of the half. Here comes Clarksville Academy. And Prather, nice shot fake, takes it down the lane. She runs over Bonds, and they call the block. My goodness.
That was she was there for a minute.
I thought she might have had it. 16-14. Clarksville Academy will inbounds as they're calling that on the floor. 16-14, 11.6. Lobbed it to Prather. She's going to take it in now. Pierce picks her up. We're down to 8 seconds. Clarksville Academy. This is Moss, 4 seconds. What's she going to do? That ball is going to not get off in time as there is a scrambled wild shot at the end. It is no good. Nashville Christian is going to take a 2-point lead in a battle for first place tonight against the Clarksville Academy Wildcats as we lead 16-14 at the half. And in a few moments, we'll be back. We'll take a short break, and Coach Ryan McClary will give you highlights, details, and incredible insights in a few moments.
For free.
For nothing. See you in a moment. Back at Nashville Christian, Coach Ron McClary will run down stats and highlights, Coach.
Okay. Leading scorer for Clarksville Academy is Moss with 6 points. Johnson has 4 points. And then, again, Prather and Brooks both have 2 points. For Nashville Christian, our leading scorer right now is Whitley Miller. She's got 6. And Charlie Harper has 5, followed by Anna Pierce with 3 and Ava Pomeroy with 2. So, we went from scoring 4 points in the first quarter and scored 12 in the second quarter. So we tripled our output, which is a good thing.
So it is a defensive struggle tonight. Neither offense is really clicking, which is high school basketball.
It is, and I think both teams play great defense.
They really are. Both squads are really giving a full effort. Coach Clark needs an address. He thinks he has the ball first, and they are getting onto our scores table. They claim they have the ball at the half. Coach, I actually can't remember right now. Driving all the way in, no good, and coming away with it. Now it's actually better for them.
Right.
Because they'll get the jump ball.
That's right.
So 16-14, that evened out if they are correct. I don't know if they are or not. Clarksville Academy at 3-1, facing Nashville Christian at 6-0. And we've got some good teams in this district this year. Gunning downtown is no good. I didn't mention Goodpasture either. And they've got a good squad. Long rebound, bank it up there. That's a brick. And Clarksville Academy's Johnson gets it and turns, bangs it off the glass good, and it's 16. Should be tied, is that right? And they do give her the basket and 1.
Yeah, that's
should be knotted at 16. I don't know. There we go. All right, 7:15 to go. Shania Johnson, nice player, guns it, and chromes it off the back. We've had a lot of rim shots down there on that end.
We have.
Bonds into front court. O'Charlie comes out to get it between the circles, takes it to the left and hands it off to Miller. Miller gives it to Pierce, who comes way out, lobs it on the flare screen to Miller downtown. Bada. Good at 19-16, 6:53 to go. As we set a nice flare and then Pierce cross court to her. Satera sets the big ball screen and then rolls back inside. And we had to switch up there. We need to get Pierce back in their own, or why don't they lob to her? Now we switch back nicely, and they throw it away trying to get it to her. They should have took advantage because Panda Bear had a guard her for about 8 seconds there. Downtown Bonds airs it. Pierce, nice save, but right back into the hands of Moss. Moss streaking past the timeline, top of the circle. Left side over here to Brooks. Brooks drives, floats it up, no good. Rebound Johnson, yes. Johnson right there on the right side, lays it up. 19-18, Nashville Christian. The Eagles coming to front court, and they are still facing a man-to-man. O'Charlie takes it over, hands to Miller. They switch defense inside Pierce. Pierce takes it in all the way under. Just take it up. Now she got too far under the goal. Gets it back out to Bonds. Bonds working against the tall Prather. O'Charlie bombed that one right there. Pull right there, hun. Pull. I shouldn't be coaching from the booth, but I want her to gun that one if she's watching this later. That's collegiate level, O'Charlie, and you can make that one. 5:32 to go, 19-18. We set a triple stack. Pomeroy here in the corner in front of us. O'Charlie. Got Pomeroy wide open off a screen, good. And Clarksville Academy, again, went to sleep. That's the second time they've done it. It's cost them 4 points. 21-18, 5:20 to go. Third quarter action for a nice crowd, near capacity here. Inside, Satera lays it up nicely, puts it off the glass, and Warren gets the and one as Pierce had to foul her. Cuts it to 1, 21-20. 6'3" Warren will go to the line. 5:16 to go. She can knot it and does not as it goes off that rim again. That ball's drawn to that back rim. Johnson hanging, no good. Satera Warren almost got another call over the back.
That's close.
But she avoided the contact apparently, approaching 5 minutes. O'Charlie. We finally whip it over to Pierce. She comes off the baseline corner. Nothing there. Boy, they're all over Miller right now. She's being held also.
Wow. That's good.
21 to 20. Bonds lays it down. Takes it all the way against Prather. No good.
Great
Pierce gets
rebound.
it. Kicks it out to Miller down the lane. And again is bailed out as she was trying to do a floater. Once she got the contact, she just kind of threw it up there. And, boy, they are hanging and clawing all over Miller.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting as we progress in the second half. This foul count is going to continue to accumulate.
Miller tickles the twine and gives us a 2-point lead. Coach?
Multiple players. You have 5 players with 2 fouls for Clarksville right now.
Miller's second toss, yes. 23-20, 4:40 to go. Clarksville Academy down the court. Prather inside to Big Satera. She throws it off the board badly this time. Pomeroy crossover, takes down the lane. She is fouled by Prather. Prather got the block. She thought she was set up, but not quite close to that.
That's her third.
Prather did hustle and try to get the charge. And Coach will see if they sit her down. Both those girls at the same time are very difficult to guard with the current lineup we have.
Yeah. They have length in 2 spots.
And that is uncommon even at the AAA level. Well, we don't have that same level anymore. I'm still in the old days.
Yeah.
And I miss the old days.
We all miss the old days.
When I was young, that's why I miss them.
Carefree.
We need to make some comments about the Tennessee Vols here lately.
Transistor radios.
I think, hey, that's how I lived, yeah. I know a lot of our fans are Tennessee fans, but they need to hear our outlook and thoughts on that.
I'll tell you what a great year they had. You hate to see them lose to South Carolina like they did, but even still, I loved how they rebounded. Came back. And
they did. They kind of got the momentum back. I went down to the Orange Bowl. I was down there. I've got the money, and so I went down. It was a great game, and boy, she knew she missed the second one. 1 out of 2. But Bonds chases down the rebound, takes it in lane. Pierce, baseline, looking, takes it down there, and she's going to lose it out of bounds.
It's the right idea.
Yeah, she tried to go too fast and had a dribble out of control. 24-20 as we have regained the lead. Here comes Clarksville Academy in the front court. This is Brooks. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson, top of the key to Moss. Moss on top. Looks for Phillips instead. Here to Prather. Prather hands off to Johnson. She wants to wheel and deal. We picked her up pretty good that time. Taking the ball down left-handed. Brooks, nothing there. Now Johnson wants to go one-on-one. We help again. Nice defense right now by the Lady Eagles. Pierce, it's stolen. Here she goes. Will she dunk it? Yes! 26-20. The slam dunk by Pierce and the timeout. Clarksville Academy, we explode to our biggest lead. And a nice job there defensively. That defense was made by the guards, and then Pierce picked up some loose garbage on the floor and takes it from New York to L.A. Good.
It's great to see a taller player run the floor like that and finish, athletically.
Yes, all 3 of these big kids, the 2 for them and the 1 for Nashville Christian, have really gotten after it tonight.
Yeah.
But, Coach, going back to Tennessee football, they left them at dropped us, I guess, to 6th place in the nation. Did you see that?
I saw that.
A little aggravated that TCU stayed or went to 2nd.
Right.
I'm befuddled.
It's
befuddled.
That's what happens when
bamboozled.
You leave those up to sports writers.
It's just mind-boggling because there's no SEC team that lost to Georgia that badly.
No,
and they're left at 2nd.
And Kentucky played them close. Missouri played them close. Tennessee played them pretty close at Georgia.
Relatively close, 14 points.
Yeah, that's 14 points. It's not, I'm not saying it, but it wasn't 60.
I'm sorry, we are kind of turning this into a Tennessee call-in show, but I can't help it. I'm ticked at the final rankings. But Tennessee had a great year, and if you're not a Tennessee fan,
sorry for that.
You should be because you're living in the great state of Tennessee. All right, turning, spinning, scoring. Johnson got it inside.
That's a great finish.
It was a great finish. 26-22 is we're going to have a classic here. It looks like we've had a lot of them this year, and we wind Miller around a screen. Nothing there. They pick it up. 007 running downhill. Takes it all the way. Lays it up. Scoops it. No good. Did not get the right angle. Here comes Johnson. Johnson left side. Gives it to Phillips. Almost laid it down with a walk. And Ball screen there by Prather. They hit her beautifully.
Nice.
Layup
wow.
good, and she was fouled.
Set on.
Nice pass by Brooks, who got the ball screen. She rolled, hit her on a beautiful spinning bounce pass to cut it to 2. And she will gun this one up there. They were in the lane early, but no detection. They cut it to 1. And 0-0, Woolard is back into the contest. She replaces Moss. So Pierce down here on the post. In front of us is Pomeroy. Pierce comes out to the top, gets the ball, and does a fake handoff, then gives it, and she has bumped Harley. Oh, Charlie gives it back to Pierce, lays it up. She was hammered, and Prather goes over the back. She's going to get another foul. It'll stay down on this end, Coach.
That was her 3rd foul on the trip down, but that's her 4th.
Coach Clark will replace her, and she replaces her with a 6'3" child named Satara Warren. So Prather, great hustling kid, down 1. Clarksville Academy, as we do a great screen the screener, and we get wide open 28-25. They ran that play. That's a little play my little junior pro team runs also. 28-25. Box up this. Ball in the corner. My grandson's here with us, and he'll probably be making some comments later in the telecast. 28-25. They lob it into Warren, and she's going to get shoved on the baseline. We'll see if it was Pierce. Coach, see if it was Pierce or Miller.
It was Pierce.
Calling on Pierce. That's our 4th. They've had 4 in this quarter.
It's her 3rd.
So Pierce with 3. They're going to leave her in, looks like. 2:30 to go, 3rd quarter. Nashville Christian leads Clarksville Academy Wildcats 28-25 in a big district game. Clarksville Academy swings the ball almost from corner to corner, but we pick it up. Pierce battling inside with Warren. They lob it into her. She turns, spins, did not get the nice roll she wanted. Nashville Christian with the board and the ball, 28-25. We set the court. We've got 4 along the baseline. Then Pierce doing some fake handoffs there. Looks like an old wing-back offense from the 30s, and it worked, except, oh, my goodness. Pierce goes over the back, and it looks like J.B. Sizemore, the junkyard dog, will come in for her. And, man, Pierce should have just left it alone.
Yeah.
Coach, that's going to be tough with her on the bench.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
Look at that size differential.
Yeah.
I'm sure Coach Clark's going to try to get it into her, and they're immediately looking for the lob. Miller took it away. She spins and rotates nicely. JB's doing a pretty good job on her. They're trying to get into her. They don't, and they miss the shot. Big miss there. Oh, Whitley got hammered from over the top, and they do call it on Warren. Is that right, Coach?
Yes. That's her 3rd.
She's got 3. It looks like she'll sit down, and she will. So it's evened out.
Yes, it has.
We will now see how we play without the bigs in the game. Checking in is Robinson. Cicely Robinson, this is her first entrance into the game, I believe, and she is a freshman. So a lot of pressure on this young kid as she's going to pick up Bonds. Here we come past the timeline. We got 4 low, and she immediately gets a foul.
Yeah, she's hooking her.
An audacious beginning.
Yeah, you can't hook her arm like that.
And also, Reese Peanut Butter Duggar checks in for J.B. Sizemore. So Reese is in there. And she's going to be picking up number 10, Moss. So both of them about the same size. Moss at 5'8". Now, let's see. We set a corner screen for Miller. She didn't get good balance on. Oh, we've got the lob. Instead, she guns it in and out. Duggar battling. Clarksville Academy kicks it out of bounds. It will go back to the Lady Eagles. 28-25, 1:26 to go. Coach, a lot of interesting strategy and substitution right now.
It is. It's a lot of 5 out. With a lot of guards on the floor. Coach.
Yeah. Look, chess match here. Well, we throw it away on the inbounds play, and as Moss came out of there, she's held by Bonds.
Yeah.
So, boy, these coaches are checkmating and checking each other back and forth. 28-25. low-scoring game. It's an exciting game. It's not run and gun like we've had a couple of them, but good close action here on a beautiful Tuesday warm evening in January in the great city of Bellevue. 1:18 to go. Clarksville Academy takes the ball into the lane, floats it up there. Running jumper was a little off balance that time by Moss, and they're struggling on the baseline, and we have a jump ball that will go back or be retained, rather, by Clarksville Academy. The eighth grader is checking in. Anderson Allgood, number 10. And so a little weave action. Oh, gunning quickly. Coach Robinson guns it unconsciously.
Yeah, that was a confident shot.
Well, she didn't think about it at all. That's the advantage of being a freshman, I guess. 28-28. We almost throw it away, and we go over and back. And so with the small lineups and young players in there, Clarksville Academy has seized momentum. A lot of kids that did not start are in there for both teams. It's 28-28 as we approach the end of this third quarter in a classic defensive matchup. Both teams playing man-to-man. Clarksville Academy kicks it out. Driving is number 10, Moss. They whip it back around up top. Look for a posting Johnson. She's inside posting. Her best game, I think, is getting it and taking it, but they have her and throwing the ball up there, no good. Johnson got a hand on it. Well, I thought she knocked it out.
She did.
Oh, she did, okay.
Yeah.
So Nashville Christian has a chance to hold for one in a tie game on the campus of Nashville Christian in Bellevue. 22 seconds to go as Miller comes past the timeline. Let's see if we hold it for one. She's being guarded by Phillips. She gets the ball screen out top. We don't really use it. 10 seconds to go. Here's O'Charlie down here. Miller from NBA. No good. It's short. Clarksville Academy has 4 seconds. They lob it ahead. There's 2 seconds. This is Phillips at the buzzer. She's long. No good. And we go to the third quarter, knotted at 28. And a tough one. And we're going to take just a couple of seconds break on this, the Nashville Christian Eagle Broadcast Network. We resume play. We're trying to learn the words to the longest cheer in the history of cheering. And Coach McClary and I, neither one know. Anderson Allgood in trouble, and she is, well, that's a bad call there. Number 10, Moss went straight up. Aniston did a good job of drawing contact. Not a good call by the official on that one.
No, and she didn't come off the floor either. She was straight up.
That's as good as you can play. Coach Clark is mentioning that to him.
Yeah.
And that's just typical sometimes in high school officiating, what you get. They don't call that in college and pro most of the time.
Yeah.
All good. Guns it, yes. Gives us back the lead. And the eighth grader knocks home 2 nice ones.
Good.
To give us a 30-28 lead as we're here in the fourth quarter and no big is on the court, Coach.
No, we'll see when that makes its appearance.
This great strategy. I love it.
Too.
Although if I was head coaching, I wouldn't be crazy about it. But it is fun to watch these two good coaches battle. 15-footer, good.
Good little shot there.
That's 0-0 Woolard, and she hops back and gives the Wildcats a tie. Bounce inside. Oh, good layup. Good as a penetration by Barnes, and nice left-handed pass over to Allgood to give us a 32-30 lead. Wildcats, that's Johnson. She creates an open shot, but it's passed up by Moss. Ball kicked across to 0-0 Woolard, who just made a nice move. And Clarksville Academy walked, bouncing, no good, and they're going to call that on Pomeroy. If they don't, Coach Clark may come out of his, oh my goodness, what are they going to call? Is that going in our favor?
No, he called
Okay, I'm not sure why Coach Clark is upset with the call. They called the foul. I'm not sure why he is complaining.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know. Johnson's going to go to the line for the Wildcats in a 2-point game. And, boy, it's a wild one here defensively. But all the bigs are on the bench in foul trouble. Johnson bouncing again off that back rim. Been a lot of shots missed down there of both teams. Into front court, O'Charlie, left side Miller. Downtown, bottom from Charlotte Pike. And Coach Patton with an immediate timeout.
Great.
Jumping us up to a 5-point lead, and let's see if Coach Clark counters with a big. Boy, this is going to be interesting here. It's a 5-point game. I'm putting one of them back in if I'm Clarksville Academy.
Who does it first? I haven't seen one check in.
If you're down 5, this is critical time right here. If this thing gets up to 7 and 9, they're going to have a tough time coming back.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they're sending anybody to the scorer's table.
Yeah, it's interesting. They are trying to take it off the dribble, and this, so I think he feels comfortable this way.
Okay,
maybe.
she's coming in.
in.
Prather's in.
Okay, Prather's in back in.
So we're probably not going to go with Anna as long as we've got this lead.
And we'll see Aniston defend Prather, which, she's got the most length right now.
Number 14 has 4. Is that right, Coach Prather?
Yes.
All right, and look who's Gardner is Anderson Allgood.
Right.
Well, they need to take advantage of that. They got to swing the ball and get movement. They're not going to get it to her just playing catch.
No.
They move the ball to the right, taking all the way in, laying up, no good. It's number 10 Moss battling. Prather's got it. She walked. She walked again. She walked 3 times. She did the triple jump, Coach. Johnson, no good. Bonds battling, loses it out of bounds. She did a hop, skip, and a jump there.
She did.
Set a record in the triple jump.
She started and almost ended up on the block.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how you do
Without
that.
a dribble.
I know.
6:07 to go. Prather being shoved by Allgood. Well, it's getting interesting here. Lob inside, no good. Deflected on the baseline to us. Nice job as they're calling it out on Johnson. Clarksville Academy really a little emotional, upset on that bench. And looks like they're going to check. No, they're not. Still nobody coming in, or the other big's not coming in. We get a handoff here, running the weave, and a slam that time. Boy, he signaled a charge, then called a push. I guess he forgot who was on offense. I think that's what happened. Coach Clark is pointing out to him, you signaled a charge. That's where I, as a referee, I'm going to go over and say, Coach, I accidentally, inadvertently put my hand back there.
It's a dribble handoff. You cannot charge right through.
Exactly. It's a good call, but he needs to say, I apologize, I made the wrong gesture, but I made the right call, and he did.
Yeah, he did.
If you're Clarksville Academy, you probably disagree with that statement, and I don't blame you. We always see it through rose-colored glasses. But Miller, with a 5-point lead, is going to eye it, and this is big. They take it to a 3-possession game. Rims out, no good. Here comes Clarksville Academy with the ball. Johnson down the left side, crossover dribble. Nice job by Miller, picks her up. She bounces back out and hands to Woolard. Clarksville Academy Johnson takes it to the right side, inside to Prather. Didn't have the move. Short baseline jumper, yes, by Moss. Cuts it to 35-32. Boy, we've got a game. When will we bring Pierce back in? It's close to 5 minutes. They have Prather in. Good, loses it. Gets it back on the baseline. Looking for a cutter. Finds one in Miller. Takes it, lays up left-handed. The crowd tells you yes. 37-32. Close to 5 to go in the game. We're still looking at Pierce. Is she coming in yet? Anderson's doing a good job, and a running scoop jumper by Moss. Good. It's back to 3, a one-possession game. We're just under 5 minutes to go here at Nashville Christian. Bonds takes it all the way, lays it up nicely. Looked like she got bumped, but it goes in. It's back to 5. 4:45 to go. Here comes Clarksville Academy, and they're going to call a charge. Offensive. No, he's going to give her the and one.
Oh, wow, Coach.
No, we are getting the charge.
Yeah, that is definitely a charge.
And it was a good call. The Clarksville Academy place may go nuts here.
That is definitely a charge.
And Coach Clark's going to get a technical if he doesn't settle down. Boy, he is right in the face of the coach, saying it was released. And they're trying to get him away from the coach, and he needs to.
Yeah.
He should have already walked away. Right. 39-34. Clarksville Academy's wanting a timeout, and he gets it.
Who was it on, Coach?
I'm not sure. And, boy, he is beside himself. He's going over to the other official.
That was a charge.
I thought it was a good call, but, again, I'm pulling for the girls in navy blue and orange.
He's going to be careful. He's got to be really
careful. He does.
You're gonna end up giving this to whether you like it or not. I get it. I understand. I'm a coach, but you got to know when to stop. You got to know when to stop.
Because the technical may take his team out of the game.
Correct, and you're making the decision.
Yeah,
for the
and
kids,
we do that sometimes. We do that as coaches, and we don't need to take it away from our kids' chance to win. He finally goes into his huddle. And Clarksville Academy's got to play some defense for a couple of possessions to get back in it. It's been a wild one.
Do you know who that was on?
Coach, I did not see it. Clarksville Academy will try to regroup here. Their crowd asking them to get fired up, and they come back out. They're going to press us full court. So in a 5-point game after the charge and no basket, well, that's a big call against Clarksville Academy. Inbound to Panda Bear. She's hammered by Johnson. Yes. And at this point, every call against Clarksville Academy will be contested by the crowd.
That's correct.
They are now hypersensitive, and I do not say that in a critical way because we would be the same way on our end. Sure. 39-34. We are homers, but we're going to try to be a little bit intelligent there. And Pomeroy calmly nets it. 2-possession game, 6-point lead, 40-34. We continue to leave Pierce on the bench with the lead, and we air that one. Panda Bear after a perfect shot, and she is mad at herself.
Get tired in the fourth quarter. You have no legs left.
She is ticked at herself, 40-34. But it remains a 2-possession game. Prather left side gives to Woolard, and now here's number 10 gives to Prather. They need to just post her up. She's out. I'd love it when she's outside.
I do too.
Moss, step back, long 17-footer. Should have shot a 3 instead. Long rebound by Charlie. That's a big one. We're still only halfway through the fourth quarter, Coach.
Yeah.
It's not the end. It feels like it's the end, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a 6-point lead. We do a little weave action out top, and we spread it open for Panda Bear, who kicks and throws it away. Here comes Clarksville Academy with a big need. Oh, she walked with it. Bless her heart. She made a face before she got through with it.
Yeah,
you got to do a little Academy Award fake there.
Yeah.
And act like you did it on purpose.
Yeah, you should,
Go. What?
I know.
What are you calling?
It's a Euro step.
That's a European with a Scandinavian step in it.
That's what they do in Spain.
So Coach Dustin Patton wants to calm his team down, and it has that last-minute feel, but we still have almost a half a quarter left here at Nashville Christian, leading 40-34. I'm going to take a quick break so I can finish my Hershey candy bar on this, the Nashville Christian Broadcast Network. Well, this is an exciting basketball game. Prather stays in. We still have Pierce on the bench.
No, Pierce is in, Coach.
Oh, I'm 65, and I can't see that far out there. Pierce is in. Now I see her. And we give to her top of the circle. Lays it down on the dribble and hands to Pomeroy. She's cut off. But we hit Pierce on the diagonal. Underneath, lays it up. Good! What a perfect play executed on a great timeout call. And that's a big one. Gives us an 8-point lead. By no means is the game over. But that's an excellent, excellent play. Prather struggling against Big Anna Pierce. She takes it all the way in. Lays it up with her left hand. No good. Pierce bailed her out with her fifth. Is that right?
Did they call that on?
I believe they did. And she sets down right after making a great play. I believe. Let's see. That's 5. Her fifth. She is exiting after a great call. She hands off. It comes off a diagonal screen and commits her fifth. And Coach Pierce, I guess he's in the locker room and didn't see that. Patton trying to comfort her. Good by Prather. So that's a big loss there. It's a 7-point lead. Let's see if they will bring Satara Warren back in. They may just stay with Prather. And sometimes you operate better with just one big in there.
That's right.
Second one by Prather is good. It's a 6-point game. Here's the press. 2-2. Looks like a 2-1-2 actually. Charlie playing catch. She gets it past the timeline just in case. In time. Bonds out top. Lays it down. Spins into the lane. Over to Miller. Fakes. Takes it in. He almost called twice a foul. A lot of gesturing there, Coach.
I don't know, Coach.
42-36. Johnson powers her way in and gets the and one. Boy, she just decided I'm putting my head down.
Yeah.
And that cuts it to 4. And we're really at we've got a 4-point lead, but we're at a disadvantage height-wise right now.
Yep, they're making a strong move.
Headmaster Connie Shelton ready to go down onto the court. She needs to for the officials.
Oh, it didn't hit
Look back at us. Did she miss it?
It didn't hit the rim.
It didn't hit the rim. We get the rebound. No call. We're struggling in back court. Bonds with it. Weaves between two people. Here she comes. She carried the ball, and a good call, and then she's pummeled to the ground. Coach Clark getting a new player in. He's going to bring in Moss to replace the freshman, Robinson. Robinson hit a big 3 earlier. 42-38. We're now down to 2:48, and here we go as it's getting tense in Bellevue. Right side, Clarksville Academy set a cross screen for Prather, but they keep it clogged up. The screener should have gotten out of the lane. Prather had no way to get a lob. Now she floats back in, nothing there. Anderson Allgood, the 8th grader, is guarding Prather, an experienced player at 6 foot. They set another cross screen for her, then they clear out. Ball's leaped over here to Moss. Moss takes it in the lane. Almost walked, kicked it out. Prather wanted to gun a 3. Instead, it's to Brooks. What's Brooks going to do? We're down to 2:13, 42-38. The Eagles lead the Wildcats. Prather at the left elbow. She's got her heel in the lane. She better lift it up. It's deflected away. Allgood's got it. Picks it up, hands to Miller, who
Great
hands
defense,
to Charlie. Outstanding defense. We just entered less than 2 minutes ago. The Eagles bring their 3 out top, and they need to put Allgood in the corner. Are they going to do that? She needs to get out of the way so these girls can drive. Allgood is at the high. Now I wish she would float onto the corner and get out of the way. We weave out top. Maybe Allgood's supposed to be there. I think we ought to get her out of the way. Now she's floating. She's just going wing to wing. A lot of pressure out there by the Wildcats. She just got hammered. No call. Boy, her elbow hit her back.
It's crazy.
Long pass picked up by Miller. She is trapped. They've got her. She comes out of there, takes it all the way in. Playing catch and keep away. Down to 1:15. Clarksville Academy. They bang it off her knee. She goes in the back court. And I would have to see the replay.
Wow, Coach. It was tipped.
I know she tipped it, but it didn't hit. I thought it might have hit our leg. I don't know.
Yeah.
1:09 to go.
Maybe did.
Clarksville Academy with a 4-point deficit will have the ball on the baseline. Tensions mounting here in Bellevue. The boys standing in the tunnel awaiting their game. I know as a boys coach waiting, you want your team to win, but you really don't want overtime.
No, not when you have your big fouled out.
Boy, that's right. And they have their big. We have done a good job on her since we lost Anna Pierce, who had just made a big basket on an outstanding call.
She did.
By Coach Patton. So to set the court, Clarksville Academy down 4 will inbounds with 1:09 to go in the contest. Anna Pierce has fouled out. The big for Clarksville Academy, Savannah Prather, has got the assignment at the 5 spot as she's at 6 foot, and she's being guarded by Anderson Allgood, who is not that tall.
No, but she's the tallest one we have out there.
Right now she is, and she's got a big assignment for an 8th grader. So at 42-38, here we go. 1:09. And a classic defensive struggle on Sawyer Brown Road. Clarksville Academy, Prather pops out. They're going to down screen in the corner for a 3. It wasn't there. And take the ball all the way in for a charge, and it's a good one as she barrels over Miller, who set up 4, and there's no discussion there from the Clarksville Academy faithful. 42-38, that was an obvious one.
Who is that on?
That's number 10, I believe, Moss driving in there. Did she foul out?
That's her 4th.
Now J.B. Sizemore will come in for Allgood. We've got 5 senior players in there, and they're going to trap out of their 2-2-1 now. Down to a minute. We're in back court, and they're going to we almost threw it away. It's deflected over. Nashville Christian gets it, lays it up good as they beat it on a deflection. Great play, 44-38. 48 seconds to go, 2-possession game. It's if they gun a 3.
I would imagine the ball's going to go up pretty fast.
They don't have to have a 3, but they might go for it, and they are. Gunning, Moss, yes, and a timeout. Well, that's a big one.
Yeah, that was
it's
really
immediately, Coach, a
shot.
1-possession game.
And that was it looked good when it left her hands.
And not a lot of time went off the clock.
Yeah.
After we made the easy layup, they come back and trade 3 for 2, and they cut it to 3.
Yeah, it's the hard decision to make, Coach. You know, do you take the easy score or do you milk clock?
Well, they did a good job there. I would have I think we had to take that shot.
Yeah. I think now
that's
you
the
start
sure
questioning,
two, yeah.
Do you work it or risk a turnover and play corners and throw the ball around to try to drain the clock and draw a foul, or do you,
right.
You know?
This is a great regular season district game, and you know everything's about tournaments in basketball, but you like to have some good seedings, and you want to win the game tonight, no matter what's happening tomorrow. Right now, you want to win this game like it's a national championship.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of which, the team that lost it stayed ahead of Tennessee.
Somebody mentioned that earlier. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, we'll get some call-ins here in a few minutes after this game.
You know what? I'm happy that they're expanding the playoff for one. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody's got one, so.
They're 44-41. We have the ball with the 3-point lead into Miller. Dogged in back court as they have gone man-to-man. Dangerous pass to Bond. She comes to the wing, backs out of there. 27 seconds. They've got a foul. They're down 3. And they're going to hold Bonds as Robinson reaching the 9th grader. And they haven't been able to take advantage of Prather's size since she came back in, really. And here comes 007. Rims that one out. So we've had a couple of rimmers here. Allgood comes in for Sizemore, and Phillips comes in for Clarksville Academy to replace Johnson. I'm not sure. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, that makes more sense. Robinson comes out. Johnson probably went into shock when they were pulling her, they're pulling her out. So
this is a big one.
It's up, and we had a violation by Clarksville Academy. Johnson stepped into the circle, and she can't do that until it hits the rim. Anyway, we're up 3. Here they go. We're down to 15 seconds. 12 seconds. Take the ball in. Mather lays it up. It is no good. It goes off the rim. Johnson lays it back up. No good. Prather battling. They're going to call a foul on Allgood with 5.7. And so now your strategy is really going to get interesting. Two good looks by by Clarksville Academy would not go. Shot him a little hard. And Prather, let's see what she does with this one. And will they try to miss the second one on purpose?
Well,
we're going to talk about it, Coach. Your thoughts?
Well, you have to draw a rim, so it's going to be interesting.
That's a challenge, too.
That's a hard thing. Personally, I'm scoring them both and then denying and fouling is what I'm doing.
Right. If she makes both, it's a 1-point game.
Yeah.
And that's probably the best thing, because if they could get a foul at the 5-second mark, they gives them 5 full seconds to get down court for a buzzer shot.
Exactly.
So the smart thing would probably be, since it's 5.7, if that thing's at 3 or under, I'm probably going to miss the second one on purpose. But with 5.7, that's enough time to get a quick foul and still have, if you're a Clarksville Academy fan, hopefully 5 seconds to get it down court. We have probably the shortest court in the state for high school basketball, so it doesn't take long to get down.
No, and it's it's right on the line, as far as pick your poison at that point.
Right. All right, so here we go. Prather will have 2 with the bonus. With the double bonus. 5.7 to go. They'll rest on this one. A while ago, Johnson did enter that circle illegally. No call. Prather. She nets that one, and it is a 2-point game. Let's see what Coach Clark has decided to do. The crowd is kind of quiet. It's like they're holding their breath, both sides. 44-42, Prather. She guns it. Full court press. They've got to foul quickly, and they didn't. It's down to the clock didn't run. Let's see how much time the officials.
The clock did not start, Coach.
Coach Clark is okay with that. They're going to have to tick some off. Let's see what they put it at. It's 4.6 now. We did not get the trigger on that at time. Let's see what they're going to – right now it's got 37 minutes, so they'll probably have to reduce some of that. The officials will discuss it.
Bless their hearts. I feel for these guys, man.
Yeah.
They're like –
you can't review anything.
No. And
this is guesswork.
What they want to do is go over and say, well, but it's hard. It's hard, That's the hard part about running the clock off.
See,
the iPad.
Really, if 2 seconds at least needs to come off, I don't know if they'll pull that much time off the clock. Right now it says 3.7. Are they going to leave it there? Coach Clark is begging for more time. Either way, Nashville Christian will go to the line. I'm not sure why. Well, okay, the official is explaining it because why are they giving the ball to us on the sideline?
I'm not quite sure.
Why would that be the case?
I don't know. I have no idea. You got me.
Oh, it's because they stopped the clock without a foul. Oh my goodness! If I'm Coach Clark, I'm a little livid there. The officials must, in their judgment, said we blew the whistle before the foul because the clock wasn't running. That's probably the ruling. Now they've got to foul again, and more time will probably tick off. Here we go, 3.7. Pomeroy had a back door. Let's see if she gets it. She sets her up. They've got it set up for her. She's going to go back door and then go, and they've got her. We throw it long. She gets it, lays it up. She is fouled. No call.
Wow.
That's really better for Nashville Christian. That's actually better because we can eat up another second. 1.4 to go. Clarksville Academy needs to foul into JB. She is fouled. It goes to .3. Coach Clark is looking at the score clock going, how did that much time tick off? And I tell you, Coach, the other thing, we've got a score clock where there's not a remote. You have to push, so if your finger is shaking over it, I've done it before. It's horrible. Anyway, It looks like we've got it with .3 to go. JB.
She needs to miss it.
Caroms off this one. She really does.
She needs to miss the second shot.
Let's see what they're going to do.
Miss it.
Now the buzzer sounds. What are they going to call now? This is like the USA-Russia game in '72. You don't know what's going on.
He was arguing for a sub because it was after the two-shot foul.
She did miss it.
She missed the first one, and so they were screaming for a substitute.
Yeah.
And so that's why they blew the horn.
The officials have huddled. Coach Clark is asking, is the game over?
The game is
over. Officials are still talking.
Yes.
Did they call the game?
Yes.
Over. Is it over, Coach?
Yes, it's over.
Both teams have left the court. I hope it's over.
It's over.
So right now, we believe Nashville Christian has won. Coach Clark is still at midcourt asking for clarification. He's wanting to bring his team back out. They're not going to get that. Yeah. So Nashville Christian, we're going to make it official, has won.
Yes.
To run their record to 20-1 and 7-0 in the district. Clarksville Academy drops to 3-2. Coach, what a defensive struggle this was.
Yeah, it was an exciting game, and of course all exciting games are going to have questionable calls and all those things, but I'm proud of them. They played hard and
it was an exciting game.
Varsity, that's two good teams. And,
it was.
And they may well see each other again and going
down the road.
District
well,
play,
and I tell you, this tournament run, we got some good girls teams in this thing. So this district tournament, I hope we get to play a game or two here, and I hope we get to pull a broadcast there. But anyway, we're going to take a break for the boys' action, getting started here in a few minutes. So we'll take a timeout. Nashville Christian girls with a big win. And we're going to take a brief timeout on the Nashville Christian Broadcast Network.